Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Kamar Abbas Muhammadi. You are watching my YouTube channel Pannav News World. Death in Gaza as Israel launched most intense raid yet. Several Palestinians killed in fresh wave of Israeli raid on Gaza as Benjamin Netanyahu vows to continue offensive far as long as necessary. Israeli bombardment of the Gaza Strip has entered its seventh consecutive day, with a raid in the early hour of Sunday, killing at least 4 Palestinians, wounding dozens more and flattening at least 2 residential buildings. Government of Gaza Hamas chief Yahya al-Sinwar was also targeted according to the group's TV. Israel Tel Aviv people dashed for a bomb shelter as siren warning of incoming rocket fire bled across the city, and the Israeli military launched its Iron Dome air defense system to intercept Hamas rocket. The escalation comes our Israeli missile hit our refugees, killing at least 10 Palestinians, including 8 children, and down a high-rise building housing to the office of media organization including Al Jazeera TV. In a televised speech last on Saturday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu pledged to continue the offensive of Gaza for as long as necessary, while Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh said the resistance will not give in. At least 149 Palestinians, including 41 children, have been killed in the Gaza Strip in the past weeks. Some 950 others have been bombed. Occupied West Bank. Israeli forces have killed at least 14 Palestinians. At least 10 people in Israel have also been killed, with 2 new deaths reported on Saturday. The Israeli army said hundreds of rockets have been fired from Gaza towards various locations in Israel, and they have aided enforcement near the claim. The United Nations Security Council is due to meet later on Sunday to discuss the vast outbreak of violence in air in Palestine and Israel. Pro-Palestinian release organized in major New Zealand cities. Thousands of pro-Palestinian supporters marched through New Zealand's largest city to protest against Israeli airstrike on the Gaza Strip. Hundreds of demonstrators protested in the capital Wellington as well as in Auckland and Christchurch, holding sign, banner and Palestinian flags. The march coincided with Nakba Day, which commemorates the placement of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians during the war for Israel independence in 1948. Israeli Premier's attack on Gaza Israeli Prime Minister said that attack on Gaza will continue as long as they were necessary. Netanyahu also claimed that the tower, which housed office of various media groups including Al Jazeera and the Associated Press, was being used by Palestinian groups including Hamas before being destroyed by the Israeli army. Netanyahu claimed that Israel shows special care to avoid civilian death in attack on Gaza. Israel's operation on Gaza will continue as long as needed to reach its aim, he said at a news conference where he thanked US President Joe Biden for his support. Canada calls for protecting journalists after Gaza strike. Canada stressed the fundamental importance of protecting journalists following the Israeli attack on a building housing international media in Gaza and called for immediate steps to end the violence. Foreign Minister Mark Garneau said Canada was following the situation in Israel, the West Bank and Gaza with grave concern, and urged all parties to take immediate steps to end the violence, de-escalate tension, protect all civilians, refugees, journalists, and media workers. He retweeted on Twitter the fundamental importance of protecting journalists, stressing they must be free to do their work, adding their safety and security must always be ensured. This news is 46 minutes ago. Second Palestinian killed in West Bank. Israeli forces killed a second Palestinian during protest in the occupied West Bank. The Palestinian WAFA Wafa news agency said sitting health officer more than 150 people were wounded. The agency reported with 100 injured from the use of live ammunition. This news is 2 hours ago. China calls for UN Security Council action on Israel-Palestinian conflict. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi called on the UN Security Council to seek any nearly de-escalation of violence between Israel and Hamas. He also blamed the US for the Council lack of action so far. Regrettably, the Council has so far failed to reach an agreement with the United States standing on the opposite side of international justice. The state-run Xinhua news agency outed Wang as saying in a phone conversation Saturday with Pakistani Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi. And this news is 3 hours ago. Israeli raid damaged road leading to Gaza main hospital. Israel air raid created a crater that blocked one of the main road loading to Al-Shifa, the largest hospital in Gaza. The Associated Press news agency reported citing residents and journalists. Palestinian Wafa news agency said the intensive shelling caused massive destruction in the Gaza Strip, including to civilian homes, and also resulted in a complete blackout in the northern Ramal neighborhood. And this news is 3 hours ago. Biden reaffirmed strong support for Israel. US President Joe Biden spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and affirmed his strong support for Israel's right to defend itself against rocket attack from Hamas and other terrorist groups in Gaza, the White House said. He also spoke with Palestinian Authority President Abbas and conveyed commitment to strengthening the US Parliament partnership, the White House added in a tweet. You also read the White House statement you are seeing in the screen. And this news is 4 hours ago. Rescue worker pulled out 5 children from rubble in Gaza. Al Jazeera Safwa Kahlot reporting from Gaza said rescue team are racing to dig out survivors from beneath the rubble of a residential building patent in Israeli raids. The rescue team have found 5 children alive. He said they hear some people are still alive under the rubble and they are still working to pull out more survivors. He said the Israeli bombardment had destroyed houses and roads in the Al-Wahda. And this news is 4 hours ago. US Muslim group urged boycott of White House Eid dinner. American Muslim for Palestinians, a US-based advocacy group, urged the Muslim community to boycott President Joe Biden Eid celebration on Sunday over his stance on Palestine. The group also announced a counter event called Eid with Palestine. Since statement made by President Biden, White House spokesperson Jen Psaki and Department of State spokesperson Ned Price completely disregards the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians from East Jerusalem, the Israeli assault on Al-Aqsa on worshipping during Ramadan, and the ongoing siege of Gaza that has already claimed the lives of hundreds, the advocacy group said in a show of solidarity with our Palestinian brothers and sisters in Palestine. The United States and around the world, a coalition of Muslims nationwide is urging our Muslim community to boycott the White House event and join the Eid with Palestine, a protest of the White House Eid event. While the Council of American Islamic Relations also said it would boycott the White House Eid celebration. This news is 5 hours. Israel targets home of Hamas chief in Gaza. Israelis struck the home of a senior Hamas leader in a burst of air raid, the group's TV station said. Yahya al-Sinwar has headed the political and military wings of Hamas in Gaza since 2007. This news is 5 hours ago. Israel launched most incentive airstrike yet in Gaza. Al Jazeera Safwat al-Ahlut, reporting live from Gaza, said Israeli jets carried out 150 air raids across the Gaza Strip in the early hour of Sunday, including at least 60 in Gaza City alone. The last couple of hours, the Israeli army carried out the most intensive airstrike all over the Gaza Strip over the past 7 days of escalation. Al-Kahlout said, adding that several people were killed in the raid. Emergency workers are digging through the rubble in the hope of finding survivors, he said. The Gaza health minister, meanwhile, said many Palestinians were arriving at hospital with injuries. And this news is also 5 hours ago. Israeli military fatally shoots Palestinian youth in West Bank. Israeli forces fatally shoot a Palestinian youth north of the West Bank just after midnight on Sunday. Palestinian news agency Wafa reported, citing the Ministry of Health. At least 9 people were wounded after soldiers opened live fire and were taken to the hospital. Wafa. This news is 6 hours ago. Huge crowds rally across US in support of Palestine. Al Jazeera's John Hendron, reporting from Washington DC, said there was a large show of support for the Palestine cause in the United States on Saturday. There were demonstrations in New York, Chicago, Colorado, and in Washington DC. There were that we thought were an unusually large pro-Palestinian crowd of several thousand people. He wanted the US government to exert more pressure on Israel to end this conflict. There was a real sense of dissatisfaction that the Biden administration policies are really not significantly different than the policies of Trump administration or any other US administration over the past several years. And this news is 6 hours ago. Heavy bombardment near Gaza UN office. Matthias Campbell, the Gaza director for the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees UNRWA, reported heavy bombardment near the agency's compound in the early hour of Sunday. I will tell you next news after some time as we received new news from any news source. So goodbye, Pakistan Zindabad.